food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Good evening, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. Yeah, it really is Susie Q96. Every once in a while, I loop back around here and start feeling well enough I can throw something up here on the screen and pretend I'm doing a show. So, of course, the first thing I got to do goes with the last thing I just did, and that's...
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Always gotta honor Mikey. Boy, I miss that little snot. Oh my goodness, let's see who we got in the house. Furry Plants and Coins, Leanne Crawford, Annette Essman. Boy, the ladies got in here fast tonight. Tom Kingery, Silver Slinky, William E. Package Total. Hey, how you doing? I'm seeing some faces I haven't seen for a while. Maybe this new time slot is a little better. Annette, yes, I am feeling better. And part of it is they had taken away all of my helpers. They took away my home nurse. They took away my aide that came and helped me do housework. They took away my physical therapy. And of course, I had that sprained ankle. And so I was trying to do all that stuff and recover from heart surgery. And it was bad. I couldn't keep up. Well, I still don't have a new PT and I still don't have a nurse, but I do have a new home help aide. Her name is Brooke, and it has, just getting caught up on basic stuff where if I dropped something, I couldn't pick it up. So it just had to lay there on the floor until somebody came and helped me do it. And so a lot of things were getting out of control. What with me trying to pack and just, then I fell so just the few days that I have had Brooke here helping has been, I've had a chance to be off my feet a little bit and get things picked up and get things done and eat a little better. So yeah, I'm doing better so far. New Marshall is in town. So we just started and we got 12 people already. And I'm sure part of that has something to do with the fact that we're going to discuss how to win that Vulcan 360 Pinpointer. Even though this is the coin show, we're going to talk about that briefly because, believe it or not, folks, I actually constructed a comment video. I just have to put the title screen and everything on it. And so probably right after the show, I will be able to finish that up, get the intro screen and everything on it, and get it uploaded. And it will have all of the photos of the big giant bag of trash that we're going to be trying to. Basically, what we're going to do is we did some of the Deadbeat Club shows about a month ago. I did 4 or 5 of them where I was going through old bags of metal detecting finds and picking the good things out and throwing the trash in this bin. So we decided, well, hey, you know what? Calico was nice enough to give us all these pinpointers to give away. So let's see if we can give one away to somebody who can make a guess as to how much the bag of trash that I finally pulled out of all there ended up weighing. So there will be a video going up. It'll either go up tonight or in the morning. I just have to, like I said, I have to put the titles on it and that kind of stuff. But I finally got that accomplished and got a lot of things put away. And after 2 weeks, I finally got my mail from the post office box because I have somebody to go again. My car is officially, it has died for the last time because it left me stranded in a really bad situation last Monday. And I had the foresight to go on our local Facebook page for the town I live in, a little thing called Talk of the Town. Hey, Looterate! And I didn't even post asking for someone to come help me. What I had posted about was the fact that I've been paying for road service through a major insurance company, and I never used it. And this particular day, I needed to use it. And there's Sir Benji, my hero. So when I called them to use it, I was informed that they don't have a contract with any recovery or tow truck drivers in my area, so that I would have to call a wrecker on my own, pay for it out of my pocket, submit the bill to the insurance company, and then they would decide if they were going to pay for it. And I'm like, oh, H no. No. That's not going to fly with me. And so when I made the post on the local page, it wasn't that I was stranded as much as it was a warning to people that live in this area that if they use that insurance company and they have that towing service, don't count on them coming to get you if you break down. They don't have anybody to come and get you in the area, and they're going to tell you pay it out of your pocket. Well, that got several people who volunteered to come out and see if they could get the car going. And this one very nice lady messaged her husband, who is a mechanic, and said, hey, can you please go help this poor old lady? She's stranded. And told him what was going on. Since then, I've heard from a couple of other State Farm agents that said that's not the way they do it. That it is true they don't have anybody, but I've never encountered that anywhere I have ever lived in 70 years. The closest to that I encountered was you would have to call the wrecker, but the wrecker would submit the bill straight to the insurance company. There was none of that you pay it out of your pocket thing. I had $12 in my purse. How far do you think I was going to get home on the $12 that I had in there for the copay on my medicine? So anyway, when the guy came to and helped me get the car home, I talked to him about it and why I wasn't going to keep the car. I, wasn't going to take it to Michigan and everything. And I've had 5 offers to buy the car, knowing what's wrong with it. I've been upfront with what's wrong with it. And well, this was State Farm. I'm going to tell you who it was. It was State Farm. But anyway, one of the offers to buy the car came from the gentleman who came and rescued me. And his also was the top offer. So I believe the car is going to go to him. He apparently has another Malibu that is a year newer than mine, but most of the parts are interchangeable. So that is another thing off my shoulders. And then, there's Florida Metal Detecting, one of my favorite people today. Mike Chalice is in the house. And the reason Florida Metal Detecting is one of my favorite people is look under the camera here. We have some lovely Florida Metal Detecting keychains. There were only 2 of those, and frankly, I stole one for myself. And there are several stickers that we also got. And the favorite part, when I fell a couple of weeks ago, I had my Florida Metal Detecting shirt on, and I ripped the elbow out of it. And it's one of my favorite shirts. And Dwayne, thank you. He sent me a new shirt. I think I can fix the old one, but it was just the principle, I got blood gushing out of my arm, and everybody's like, oh my God, you're bleeding. And I'm like, I ripped my shirt. I was almost more upset that I tore that shirt than I was over the fact that I had fallen down and hurt myself again. Hi, Doug. And then from Metal Detecting North Carolina, and I'll be showing these things again on Wednesday, but this is my second challenge coin that I got from him. The first one I got, I think 2 years ago or last year. Yeah, I got my 2022 last year. And he only prints up a limited number of these. They're really cool. They're a collector piece. And then on the back, it has his YouTube info. So that's my one from last year. And then today I got, because I finally got my stuff out of my P.O. box. Brooke went down and got all the stuff out for me. And so this is the new one. The front is pretty much the same, but the back is different. And they're really, really beautiful. Lovely little collector. Oops, I'm upside down again. So I got that. And then I got some other goodies, but I was waiting for this because he thought he had mailed it, and it turned out he had not, and he was wondering why I had not received that. So I was real happy to see that show up. Because, like I said, on that trip last Monday, I had, my plan was stop at this little department store and pick up one item that I needed. And then I was going to go to the bank and get money for my show. And then I was going to go to the pharmacy and pick up my medicine. And then I was going to the post office. Well, the car broke down on the first stop. So I didn't get any further than the item I needed from the department store. Also in the pack, and sorry, but these are going on my board because they're different than the ones I have. So I don't have any to give away right now. But I really like his stickers. They're really, really cool. So I have that one. And I may just keep that one and give away the other one if he has no objection. It's the same. It just doesn't have the glitz and glam. Kevin! Hi, Kev! And then he sent me this lovely card that has 1 John 1:9 about forgiveness on it. And it's absolutely lovely, and I'm going to stick it up here above my computer. And then I got 2 coasters, one from that looks like the challenge coin, and then I got one from his VFW post in Crestview, Florida. Even though you guys hear me talk a lot about Michigan, I was raised in Florida, so the Florida stuff is special to me because I don't know if I'll ever get to go back there or not, but I have a lot of connections to Florida. So, and then there was my shirt that I also got. So I got things in the mail that make me happy. What else did I get? I got something else the other day, I think, that I did not get shared. Maybe not. Oh, and I have one thing. I need Metal Detecting Brooklyn. I have the envelope here that you sent me the stickers in for the sticker swap, and I sent stickers back to you, and they were returned to me today saying that I had an incomplete address on them, and these are like really cool. So if anyone sees Metal Detecting Brooklyn, or they happen to come in, because these are those stickers. I'm starting to be able to get enough stickers together to build some sticker packs to give away again. But these are some awesome stickers, and I have them in 2 sizes. The small ones, I don't have quite as many, and they don't have the glitter, but they're still really cool. And yeah, I sent stickers back, and they came back to me. So I need a correct address on Metal Detecting Brooklyn, so that I can resend these stickers, the Susie Q stickers. So I still have not been to the bank. So we're just basically going to play with some coins that I have around here. Oh, cool, Doug. Thank you. I will definitely take a look at that while Sir Benji is in here. We have been trying to put together an auction because it's getting real close to my moving to Michigan time. Now, here's the situation. Because my car broke down and because of the extra hospital things and so forth, I did not raise all the money I needed, although I will tell you from an anonymous donor, I got a pretty good chunk of money this week, but it still is not. I'm still about, I'm going to say $1,400 short. I redid all the math last night because I have to go back and account for things like we're doing the driving part different. It looks like my chauffeur is going to be the lovely and talented Sir Benji, who needs to make a trip to South Carolina. And so the way we're looking at it right now is that he's going to go pick up the eBay items he needs from South Carolina and then come back up here to Virginia, where we will put his vehicle on the tow bed instead of mine, because mine's not going. And so that way he will drive that down one way and then help me with driving the truck back to Michigan, because he does not live but just a few miles from where I am moving to. But my little car we could tow with the cheaper little tow bar. He's got a Dodge van, so we're going to have to use the flatbed, which costs a little bit more. But and so anyway, I had to go back and recalculate gas prices, and I finally found out how much the deposit on the apartment is, and talk to the people at the health insurance up there to see how big of a gap, is there going to be a period in there where I may have to pay for my medications for a month or so while I get switched over to that state. So in order to make sure I can do these things comfortably, rather than go without some of, like utilities or something. I've calculated up that I'm about 1,400 short as it stands now. Well, Sir Benji has been trying to come up with someone who has a channel bigger than mine or bigger than his to auction off some items that are being donated by different people. And so I came on last night. It was like midnight and I couldn't sleep because I was worrying about it. And some people that came in made some suggestions of other folks I can ask, because anybody that's been to an auction that I have done knows I just plain stink at it. I am not good at it. And having lost two of my best mods, one of them I'm pretty sure will be back. Mark Thomas is just taking a little break. He's just got done moving and he's got some things he needs to take care of. But we're never going to have Mikey back. And I'm just terrible at it because I can't see very well out of the one eye. Oh, I see some more new faces in here. I see $1 Million Meg. Hi, Meg. How are you? Mike Wolf is in the house. I am almost caught up with all my packages. I think I have 3 left, to maybe 4. Yeah, 4. Kevin, I'm not exactly sure, but I am now number 11. I have been moving up this list at an average of 1 to 2 spots every week. So if things continue to go as they are, the move is probably going to happen in mid-November. I'm just guessing that, but it's getting close enough now that I have to seriously be getting stuff out of the storage and donated and sold or whatever, and seriously packing and seriously looking at everything. Those who do not know, I have a very rare, well, I have several actually, but I have a very rare autoimmune disorder that really is only being researched and treated and stuff like that at 3 places in the United States. And I must thank Kevin K, because he's the one that told me where those places were when I was first diagnosed. Well, I don't know anybody in Boston, and I don't know anybody that lives around the Mayo Clinic, but I lived in Michigan for 7 years, and I am real familiar with University of Michigan. I've been treated there many times, along with some other big medical facilities in the state. So when I asked the head of rheumatology at Duke University in North Carolina, if this were you, what would you do? He looked me square in the eye and he said, I'd go back to Michigan. So that's what I have been trying to do. But I had to wait on the low income housing. William says that auction is planned for what? It is planned to raise that extra amount of money that I need to make sure that everything is covered when I get to Michigan, because I'm not going to have a car, so I am going to have to pay out of pocket for a little bit for transportation, and while my insurance is getting switched over, I may have to pay out of pocket for some of my meds. So it's basically our goal we had calculated out to get everything in order. I came up a little short because I had a couple of slip and fall accidents and the heart junk and just things that didn't come through. Oh, when he asked when the auction is, we don't have our venue set yet. As soon as I do, then I will announce when it is. Apparently, Sir Benji asked a couple people if they could jump in and help, and for whatever reason, they were not able to do that. We were trying to go for a channel that is more experienced with doing auctions and has a bigger viewing audience. Yeah, I'll try real hard not to tear my shirt again. Yes, I sure did. We had a nice discussion about the package, and I showed all the goodies that were in it. And I'm going to show them again on Wednesday on the metal detecting show. But I finally got a new aide who went today and emptied my P.O. box for me. So I got a few goodies, and one of them was my 2023 challenge coin. So anyway, that's a whole bunch of that stuff. I did finally today get what is going to be the comment video for one of the giveaways of a Pinpointer, and it's that giveaway where we were sorting all the trash out of the metal detecting goodie bags, and I almost got it done in time to run it tonight, but I did not get the title and a couple of text items in there. So once this show goes off, I'm going to try and finish that up. And the guessing on that will run from now until November 1st. And then I have another giveaway that's going to have a different prize. And it's going to be where I have the container full of clad that came out of those same bags. And we'll be guessing how much money is in the box. Hey, Karen. But anyway, last night a few of us got online. I happened to look and there wasn't anybody online, and it was midnight and I couldn't sleep. So a bunch of us got in there and we're trying to come up with some other people we could ask to host the auction. And it's not strictly coins. There's going to be some metal detecting things. There's going to be some coin things. There's going to be some handcrafted jewelry, or yeah, I know all about your ride. I the first 2 years I lived in Michigan, I used your ride, but I have some places that your ride won't get me to. Oddly enough, one of them is my friend Q's farm. They won't take me there. I can get like within a mile of there, but it's a private road and it's very bad. But yeah, most places I know I can use your ride, and that's another one of the reasons I am going back to Michigan. Is your ride was invaluable to me when I lived there. Like I said, the first 2 years I was there, after I got rid of the motorhome, I did not even have a car. I had your ride. And they used to charge you $2.50, but if you were low income, you filled out a little paper and they gave you a card, and then you didn't have to pay anything. And I used to take your ride down to the Y there on Pearson, because they had they had physical therapy whirlpool, and not just a hot tub. They actually had a physical therapy whirlpool that I could use there. I mean, there's just so many advantages to me moving back to that area, that not the least of which is, of course, I work for a band that is from that area, and so I have like a whole bunch of friends through the band. And then I used to belong to the the Flint crafters group, and so I had a bunch of crafting buddies. And I used to do a lot of the little farmers markets and stuff, and I could usually find a ride, but that was why I finally got a car, was so that I could do those things. And then now, on top of all those, I have a whole circuit of, yeah, thank you for correcting me, Doug. Q gets mad if I say I work for the band. He corrects me and he says, no, I work with the band, or I work in the band. Yeah, he gets on me about saying I work for the band. But anyway, now on top of all of those connections, and of course my medical connections for all the doctors and stuff, several of whom have told me they do not consider me a new patient, they consider me a returning patient. So I will be able to get some of my old doctors back. And then I have a whole new set of people through the coin show and the metal detecting. And some of them I lived practically in their backyards and did not know them when I lived there. Like, I lived right around the corner from Fleabag, and I mean right around the corner. All I had to do was drive up to the stop sign, turn right, and go up maybe a mile or two, and I'd go right past his house. I went past his house almost every day. Did not know that. Another one is digging with Deej. When I lived in Clio, I used to go up in the area she lives in, which is like 15 miles or so from Clio. So we lived right by each other, didn't know each other. Sir Benji is another one. You know, there's a lot of people that I didn't realize I lived that close to until I got, more connected in the coins and the detecting. So I have a better network of things in Michigan than I do where I'm at. I even have a better network than I have in Florida, and I was raised there. So all around, it is going to be a much better situation. Hi, Ashley. So anyway, I was going to go through all of the details of the Pinpointer contest in this, but instead I actually made a comment video. And basically what you're going to have to do is watch the video and look at the container full of trash that was picked up during this period of metal detecting, and then you will make your guess based on the information provided in the video. You only get one guess, and you can't go back in and edit it or change it. So, you're going to have to think about it a little bit. But I got good shots of it so you can see how big the container is, and I pick it up and you can actually hear me grunting, and I'm not faking that grunt. It's just that's how heavy it was. I didn't realize. And by the way, I have not weighed it yet. I will not know what it weighs until we announce the winner on November 1st, and I set my postal scale up here and we put the container on there. So we're all going to find out together how much trash was in there. So that's going to be fun. I like to wait and learn the answer with my viewers. I think that's more fun, and I think it's more honest than me just saying, well, I put it on the scale and it weighed X number of pounds. I prefer it to be done live where, you know, you can see I don't have my thumb on the scale or anything like that. So, like I said, all I have left to do on the comment video is I just have to put the opening screen on there indicating that it's the comment video and listing how to find the full set of rules and everything. So it will go up tonight or in the morning, and then I will finish the one for the loose change. So even though this was supposed to be a Lodo coin show, it's more turned into a, we're finally starting to get our stuff together now that I could get two things and get stuff out there. Like I said, I have 4 packages left. I'm not lifting it anymore. I had it sitting here in the floor. I filmed the video with it sitting on the floor, except for when I picked it up to flip it over. And my home help aide, Brooke, picked it up and put it over in the corner until it's time for us to put it on the scale. And I will probably have to pick it up then, but that would be the only other time. I'm glad you said that, Kevin, about the Patreon sponsor, because I did not do the August or September Patreon silver drawing. If you are a Patreon sponsor of my channel, which you can become for as little as $2.96 a month, every month we have a drawing where I give away something for the sponsors. And it always has at least one item in it that is silver. And I have not done them. I have the items, I just didn't get them done because I was sick. So Wednesday night, like day after tomorrow, Wednesday, we will be having not one, but 2 Patreon drawings. The last one I did was for, I think was August. I did it in August, but it was for July. And Mark Thomas won it, and he donated it back. So I will be giving that one away. Plus, I have a package here that was won back several months ago in a Patreon drawing, and the person never claimed the prize. So I will hold on to things for like a week or two. This one I've been holding on for a couple of months, and they never claimed it. And it's overseas, so it's expensive to mail. So if that person shows up and wants to claim it, I will send them Amazon credit or something instead. And I will give this silver coin away as the second one, and then we will be all caught up again. I'm finally getting, my brother had gotten a new computer for me because mine, as many of you remember, would just suddenly stop working in the middle of a video or in the middle of a duck race, or it would just quit. And that wasn't the only problem. The problem is because I live in the mountains, I do a lot of medical appointments by computer. If I don't have to make the 2-hour trip each way, anyway, if I don't have to make that trip and I can do it on the computer, that's great. But it would shut down in the middle of my medical appointments. So for that reason, my brother got me another computer, and I've finally gotten at least the basic of my software transferred over where I can do things like make videos and that kind of thing. What is this? Florida Metal Detecting says, I'm going to donate 6 1-ounce rounds of silver. $1 Million Meg, Ashley Swag Fam, and Mrs. RC said they will help me with running in one race. Stay tuned for details. Thank you guys. That is awesome. Oh, and then I was going to tell you I got an anonymous donation through the regular mail. And that was why I had to recalculate everything, because one of my old musician buddies that I haven't heard from for a long time, he had to hunt around even to get a phone number for me. He still had a phone number for me that was from like 2013 when I lived in my motorhome, and happened to run into somebody that told him what was going on. And he sent some money. So that's when I had to start recalculating what exactly, how much more. Hey, Oldie's in here. Hi, Oldie. So anyway, that helped some because it was several $100s. Yeah, I have got to get up there because we can only temporarily slow down the progress of what's going on with the medication that's available here. University of Michigan has a whole program based on this thing. I do remember Swagalicious. You guys were on when I first started, and I first started my channel. I started it as a metal detecting channel, and I didn't have anything really to work with. It was horrible. I had a $40 bounty hunter gold digger, and I was filming on my iPhone 4, I believe it was iPhone 4, iPhone 5, and Iffy Signals took pity upon me and sent me a GoPro 3, and he was like on GoPro 8 or 9 or something at that point. And I was trying to do the metal detecting thing, and then the COVID mess changed me into more of a coin channel because we were all locked down. But yeah, I remember that was some of the very first coin roll hunts that I ever saw were on Swagalicious. And because I started watching stuff a long time before I started doing it. I was just watching. I had never, I had a coin collection that I had started back in high school when I worked in a grocery store, but I had never thought about go to the bank and get coin rolls. That was something that I learned from YouTube, and now I wish less. There we go. I think I'm back. I hit the wrong button. This disease that I have, that I've got to go to Michigan to have treated, is called IgG4 ROD. And what it has done is it has grown a um, inflammatory tissue, a tumor type tissue, um, in my eye. And because the initial doctor misdiagnosed, um, it ended up growing around my optic nerve, which has cut off right down the middle of my eye. The bottom half of my eye, I have 20/20 vision. The top half of my eye, it's like somebody took a Sharpie marker and just blacked everything out. So sometimes I miss things that are going on in the stream because the way this is set up, the stream is on the right side of my screen, and that's where my bad eye is. Hi, James Eller. Yes, I miss him too. I miss him every day. Speaking of which, I talked to Mikey's mom, and she is deciding now what she's going to do with Mikey's very extensive collection. And that kid knew his coins. He did. He could tell you just about anything. And if he didn't know the answer, he'd find it for you. Well, anyway, I talked to his mom, and she's thinking very seriously about continuing Mikey's collection and getting involved herself. Um, so um, she won't be on a whole lot of channels, but there are some people that were very supportive of Mikey and he had disabilities that a lot of folks did not know about, other than he was a little bit goofy. But there was reasons for everything. And so there were 2 or 3 of us that right from the beginning, we took Mikey and basically said, you don't mess with Mikey. You just don't. We're not going to tolerate it. And so those will be the channels that, if she decides to do that, that she will be showing up on. And I don't know what she's going to use for a name yet, but Mikey was on a lot of channels, but she gave me a list of like 3 or 4 that she said, these are the ones he would not miss. The rest of them, he might go on if he had time, but there were 3 or 4. She said when it was time for those shows, that's where he was going to be, and mine was one of them, which, oh, okay. Thank you, Ashley. Sorry you're losing service. I understand that because I live up in the mountains and mine will go in and out all the time. I thank you so much for offering your help. There was some stuff that Mikey was working on that he was going to do. And of course, that just, that's gone. But it may not be gone because his mom found some of his comments and notes and different things. But she and her husband may also jump in and try and keep his collection going, and so I was real happy to hear that because, like I said, I'm still going to run the Mikey Likes It thing in my videos and in my intro. I mean, it's part of my show. Mikey was part of my show. And so you come in here, you're going to have to watch the Mikey Likes It commercial. So anyway, since I didn't get to the bank, we didn't really get any money to work with. But I am finding, as we clean up, I'm finding things on the floor and I'm finding things under the desk. And so hopefully by next week, 2 things will have happened. And one of those will be that I will get to the bank or the car wash. I don't think I'm going to get to the car wash because I don't think the car will make it there. But we will be back in doing money again next week. We do still have to pick up on those 1982 pennies that we were working with, where we got them sorted into the copper versus the zincans. And now we've got to do some more stuff. Thank you, Meg. I appreciate it. We will get this figured out, a place and time and everything to have this. And I have some items here that have been donated. And like I said, some that were, they were given as prizes and either they were not claimed within a reasonable time, or the person who won them said, put this back in and put it in the auction for the move. So I know there's a couple of really cool German coins, and I think there's some Greek coins. I know there's at least 1 or 2 pretty nice Benjis. And then I have a vintage Kennedy $50 book. Forgot where's the it has 1 $50 in it. We have, that's the starter pack. but the copyright in this book is 1963. So that's kind of neat when you can put your in old coins in an actual old book. Yeah. I also have a couple of I need these are gonna kind of be specialized for metal detecting people who have children or grandchildren. I have a couple of children's metal detecting t-shirts that I got from Kellyco. Got some assorted old Wheaties. Ooh, there's a nice looking Benji. Uh, some Indian head. Penny. A couple of some buffalo nickels. I also have some jewelry, a size 8. It's costume jewelry, but it is 925 sterling silver. A size 8 ring. I have a 1913 German 3 mark. And that one I looked it up and it's like 90% silver, and the auction value on it when I looked it up was approximately $50. And I got a couple copper rounds. I just have an assortment in here, and then what everybody else is donating. Plus, those of you who have not seen the jewelry that I make yet, I make these necklaces and keychains and different things out of vintage sheet music. And I also make a whole line of ones of animals: dogs, cats, horses, flying pigs, Pegasus, ducks, chickens, are what on my desk. We will get a plan with Florida metal detecting and a date. Also, you need to get with Sir Benji because he's the one that really started the whole do an auction thing, and he has some other items that are put aside for that. And I'm not sure what you want to know is on my desk. But anyway, I just have like an assortment of things. Oh, and I also have some couple of things from different rock and roll bands. I have uh, some Question Mark and the Mysterian stuff because, of course, I work for them. I also was given a couple of weeks ago uh, an Outlaws keychain that's really cool. It actually looks like money. It looks like a little dollar bill, but it's not. I got that at the Outlaws concert. Their merch guy gave me that to put in. So I'm going to try and get a hold of some of my other music friends and see if they have anything, autographed photos or CDs or something like that. Um, that so um, it's a good thing this is happening too, because I wasn't going to say anything about this, but it made me mad. Um, oh, when I have the stuff that people are sending me pictures of things that they're donating, because rather than send it to me, we will auction it and then that person will send it directly to you. So I may not have the actual item on my desk, but they will have photos. or you can send it to me and I will see that it gets sent out. We will work that part of it out, but some of it I won't actually have here, so all I would be able to show you is the photo of it and tell you who's donating it and who you need to contact to claim it. But some of the stuff I do have here, since I was running down the list of coins. Some of these, I had an auction before, and I'm not good doing auctions because I can't see well enough. But these were items that I did not get to or didn't didn't get a good bid on, didn't get bid on or whatever. Yeah, like this is that German 3 marks. It was minted in Frankfurt. Let me see if I can switch over here to the microscope and show you a couple of these coins and this is 90% silver. It's a beautiful coin. Microscope. Okay. It may be better under the camera. The microscope gets too close on some of these bigger coins. Let's see if this works better. Yeah, you'll have to excuse my lighting, and I got to get the camera to try to focus. Sometimes it doesn't like to focus right away. Come on, focus. But anyway, this is a 1913 Frankfurt. The art on the back is what is, to me, really phenomenal. But I can't get the best close-ups. I wasn't really set up for this. But by the time I get ready to do the preview, I'll have some nice close-up photos and you'll be able to see much more in detail. But yeah, this is the back of that. And you can see it's in a plastic. That's why it's one of the reasons it's not showing too well. But they have the most intricate eagles on their coins. But yeah, this is a 3 mark, 90% silver. It's actually pre-World War I, even 1913. But I have a whole box here with all sorts of different coins. Yeah, this is this is a Mexico City. This one is 72% silver, and it is a 1953 5 pesos. And one of the things I love about Mexican coins, they have messages around the edges. You can't really see it too well here, but because I don't have the scope dialed in very good, but like this one says industry it's hard for me to hold these, but they have messages around the edge. Ours have just the little marks, but there's industry, commerce, and I can't read the other one. Culture. And then try and you can see this coin has really good detail in it. And then, like I said, I have Benjis and stuff like that in here too. But this was minted in Mexico City in the year of my birth, 1953. But I have a box here that has probably 20 or so different coins. Some are US, some are Germany, some are Mexico, just different places. Oh, I have a, this is a funny, I have a refrigerator magnet for, let me see if I can get on the right camera. I have a question mark in the Mysterians refrigerator magnet in here. I just have all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a hit or miss. Whatever can be donated. The Mexican and German stuff came out of my personal collection. I reluctantly started selling off my collection right after I was diagnosed. Sir Benji sent you a pic of what I'm donating. So, yeah, I'm trying to have a variety because not everybody collects the same thing. And I'm going to go because if you can hear, I'm starting to get a little hoarse and I don't want to overdo it and make myself sick and then not be able to do this. And that is one of my problems. I start feeling good and think I can conquer the world. And my brother has gotten on me about it multiple times that I try to do too much. And what happens is I hate being behind. I hate owing someone a package or someone has ordered a piece of jewelry and it's taking me too long to make it. And I hate that, so then I'll overdo. Now, this is not something for sale. This is just something I have that I keep here. I had a wonderful friend down in Florida, was my friend for over 40 years. Was a race car driver and race car fabricator named Tom White. And I had told people ever since we were in our early 20s, don't ever play poker with this guy because the term poker face describes him. Well, there was this place called the Firehouse Pub, and they used to have poker tournaments in there. And this is one of a bazillion of these keychains that he won in preliminary tournaments. And then I also have one of his bigger trophies, but I keep this on my desk. He passed away back in 2019, and he and I were supposed to become metal detecting buddies. And before that could happen, he had a stroke and passed away. So this is just one of those. If you see this lying on my desk in the background under one of the cameras, that's what that is. That's me keeping my buddy Tommy with me. Like I don't have enough of his stuff. I've got his fire suit and his helmet and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to come back Wednesday. We will be having two Patreon drawings for silver. If you're not a Patreon sponsor, you need to become one. It's like the cheapest level is $2.96. I think they actually take three. But you're guaranteed to win. If you win the drawing in the Patreon thing, you're going to win more than your $3 back, because any piece of silver that I'm giving away in that is going to be worth more than $3. Yeah, Found It Buried is probably the only person I know that's slower about getting packages out than me, with the possible exception of Park Rat Pat, who will do things in spurts. And I've got two things that I never got from Pat, and I don't care. One of them was from last Easter, and one was from the year before that. I figure it this way. Now, in Doug's case, there's stuff in his that he actually bought in an auction from me. So there is money involved in that one. But in the freebie stuff, I don't get upset if somebody doesn't get it to me. Hey, I had nothing invested in it to begin with except the enjoyment of watching their channel. Hi, Shane. How are you? So anyway, I'm going to go and grab me something to eat. And then I'm going to try and finish up the comment video for the gift away of the Vulcan 360 pinpointer. I don't know how to thank the folks over at Kelly Code. They donated 6 of these, and I have given away 3 of them, I believe. One I still have down here to mail out is one of the 4 packages. I have a package for Doug. Doug's is complicated. I have one, I think, I'm not sure, I may have gotten it out in the last bunch, for furry plants and coins. I believe there's a pinpointer down here that belongs to Mike Wolf. And the 4th package we're trying to decide what to do with. I'm working with Mikey's mom, because the 4th package was Mikey's. He would have me save up until I had several items, and until he knew he was going to go home from college to visit, because he didn't want his stuff sent to school and have somebody take it. So for me to only have 3 packages, and then I had this one more that I have given the guy a couple of months now to claim. I have emailed, I have posted, etc., and he has not claimed it. So party's over on that one. I'm putting it back in circulation. So anyway, that's all the stuff. I want to thank everybody that sent me all the really cool things in the mail. And I also am starting, if you have stickers for your channel and you would like them to be included in a sticker pack giveaway, you may mail them to me, and I will, while supply lasts, reimburse you with It's Susie Q96 stickers. And if anybody hears from Metal Detecting Brooklyn, his package came back, and so I need a correct address to resend that. So Wednesday night we'll probably be talking about coins on the metal detecting show. But we will also be doing the two Patreon drawings that I missed while I was sick. So if you are a Patreon sponsor, you have a chance to win some silver on Wednesday night. And by then, maybe we'll have some more details on the auction situation. I have a couple people I can ask, and then I have all the wonderful people that have stepped forward tonight to offer to help, because my feelings were hurt. Benji was out there busting butt trying to find somebody to do this. And before I got sick, I was always donating to other people's auctions. And like I said, I'm not good at doing them, but I don't have any problem donating to them. And to just have people say, no, I don't have time. Yeah, Big T was one of the names that came up, was Mama and Big T. And I used to be on theirs a lot. It's been hard because it's so hard for me to read sometimes when that tumor thing starts tightening around my optic nerve. It's just really hard for me to read what's going on in the streams. Mrs. Scratch and Go Crazy. Hi, lovely girl. How are you? Yeah, I haven't seen Scratch lately. Scratch used to come in and complain that he never won anything. And what was so funny was he used to win all the time. And he won like the grand prize in my 12 Days of Christmas one year. And then he would always come in and go, I never win anything in here. And we would just laugh because he always did. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a little more info together by Wednesday. Because here's the deal. If they call me from Michigan and say, your unit is available, I have 14 days from then to get there and get the paperwork signed and the money, the lease signed and all of that done. So I can't just sit and wait and then go, oh, wait, I don't have enough money to get there. Or, oh, wait, I still got an apartment full of stuff to pack. I have to kind of be ahead of the game because once it happens, it's going to all happen very quickly. So, and then somebody did me dirty, and it was a family member, so it really makes me angry. Every year there's a Christmas bazaar here, and it's in the early part of November. And I've been doing that bazaar every year, selling my handcrafted jewelry and so forth. Now, I got the letter, and I let my family member know that the letters had gone out. I mailed in my application the very next day. Well, about a week later, I happened to hear this family member telling her friend, oh, I arranged it this year so that you can have your table next to mine. Well, that's where my table usually is. So today I get a letter saying they don't have space for me, that I was too slow in sending my app back. My app went back the day after I got the letter. But this particular family member knows the people where they have this event. And the fact that I overheard her telling this other party I have arranged for you to have the table where my sister was. So now you pretty much know his family member. So I'm kind of hoping I'm not even here November 17th, but I'll find somewhere else to go sell jewelry that day. It was nasty. It was a rude thing to do. So you're a dude stacker? That's interesting. I never tried stacking dudes before. Nope, I never stacked dudes. Are they easy to stack? Probably not when you're 70 years old, huh? All right, well, on that note, um, let me go finish the comment video for the gift away, get me something to eat, take my meds, and I'll be back Wednesday night at 6:30. We'll be doing some giveaways, some updating on all of this, and some updating on some more metal detecting finds that I found in another box. Shane, I'm doing a comment video which will show you exactly what you have to do to make your guess, and it will show you what you're guessing. Basically, what you're going to be guessing is a big container full of trash that came out of my metal detecting finds bag over the course of several months. As I was sorting it from the keeping items, I started throwing it all in this bin. Well, now it is in a clear plastic container where you can see from all sides how much trash is in there. And you're going to be guessing how much that container full of trash weighs. And you will be making the guess in the comment section of the video that it's going to show you the container and all of that. And I was going to have the thing done, and I got it all done, except I don't have the intro screen on it, and I don't have the text with the rules. And I would have had that done, but I had found this really nice glass container to put this stuff in. And when I poured it in there, I broke the container. So the video is not up yet, Shane. That's what I just got done saying, is I have to go and finish the video. The video will be posted later this evening or first thing in the morning. It would have already been up, except stupid here broke the container. So I had to pick all the glass out of it and put it in something else and refilm the video. So the video will be out later tonight or in the morning. And you will have from now until midnight on Halloween to make your guess. You only get one guess, and I can see if you go back in and edit. So, in the video, it will explain where you can find some clues and other things that will help you figure out about how much it weighs. But because I broke the jar, I didn't get the video done on time. So the video portion is done, but it doesn't have the intro on it and it doesn't have the rules on it yet. So I'm going to have to finish it tonight or in the morning, but it will be going up within the next 24 hours. And then you will be able to see the container and all of the crap that people throw on the ground that makes me angry, because some of it sounds really good when you're detecting, and then you dig it up and it's like somebody's garbage. And I hate that. So, like I said, I've just got to get the intro. The video part itself is done. It just doesn't have a title screen telling you that it's the comment video, and it doesn't have the listing of where to find the rules. So as soon as I get those on, I'll upload it, and you will make your guess in the comments section of that video, and whoever is closest without going over will win the pinpointer, which will be given away on November the 1st. So we got a couple of weeks here to get our guesses in and study that. Every time the angle changes in the video on the container, you can kind of see some of the stuff that's in there. Some of it is really heavy stuff, and some of it is can slaw. But it's all trash. Lots and lots of trash. And I did that because I didn't want to haul all that trash to Michigan when I go. There's no point in hauling trash. So we will get that up here shortly. But right now, I've got to go take my meds or I won't get anything done. Uh, so I appreciate everybody that has jumped in on the organization of the fundraiser, and we will discuss that further in the next few days. I just don't want to get stuck where I don't have enough money to pay everything that, you never know. Something's always going to happen. It may be just something like, I thought this was a $200 deposit. No, it's $300. Oh, poop. That kind of stuff that always happens when you move. So, and this, because it's a medical move, I have to make sure that I have enough money over and above the move to cover any gap I might have in my health insurance that might stick me with paying for some prescriptions or something. So I just don't want to get there and then have to immediately start hitting up friends going, well, I don't have enough money to get my meds or whatever. I don't want it to be that way. So I will see everybody Wednesday night. M3, the little lazy butt, he's in bed already. So we'll try to get him on camera next time too. I appreciate every one of you. Thank y'all. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel because that is part of the rules. And once I get the comment video out, I will ask you to share it. So, of course, some of you might not want to because then more people would have a chance to win. But it's okay. It's all good. I appreciate everybody sticking with me through all of my illnesses and surgeries and all of that. And I will see y'all on Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Much love to all of you. And don't forget, Wednesday night, if you're a Patreon sponsor, we're having double Patreon giveaways. And maybe just a regular giveaway or two. I'm not sure yet. It depends because it costs to mail those things out. But have my ways. Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. I could just keep saying good night, Mike, because there's more than one Mike. There's one missing, though. We miss you, Mikey. Good night, everybody.